Hey everyone, it's Colby here with Kowalski Does, and today we have the Titan3D, you can see that upside down, Titan3D.com Super Mario. This is about 26 inches tall. It's all printed here, and now I'm going to take off some supports, and then we're going to put it together and see how it goes. Let's see, this one pretty much started. So we'll start there. So this was a fun project. I printed it over the last couple of days. Basically, I was using my H2S from Bambu Studios just because I wanted to get time lapse on all of them. I have a P1S and an Elegoo Centauri Carbon and a A1 combo. But the time lapse is best on the H2S. So there's the shoes. A lot of this supports comes off super easy. This is a great file. They have it broken down pretty good with the detailed instructions and how everything should be laid out and whatnot. Oh, drop my nippers. There's that. These are the suspenders or overalls, mustache. Gotta make sure you get it all. There's some down in here, down in the areas. But like I said, great file so far. Everything printed really well. Wasn't too bad of printing. The longest part was the blue base here, and that was 11 hours. So start it before you go to bed, wake up, it's done. All right. We got hands. They just pop right off. Went and saw the new Mario movie with the boy the other day. He loved it. He said it was one of the best animated movies he's ever seen. So figured I'd print this. And Titan3D, if you go to their website Titan3D.com, they actually have Toad, and they just released their Yoshi file. Yoshi's about the same size as Mario. Toad is a little bit shorter, but that's because Toad is shorter in the movies. So it's not going to be the same height. Hopefully they do Luigi next. That would be fun. Alright, so we got that. Let's get these pieces off the hat. This is the back of the hat. The hat was broken into two pieces. Supports off. You get some down in here. These are for, they have two different types of attachments. They have these dowels, which connect there too, but then they also have these little squares, which go in and help connect things too, which is pretty cool how they have both. This is my biggest 3D print so far. Done a bunch of masks and stuff like that, but this one is the tallest, biggest, 26 inches. So this is the hair. Cleanup area right there. Oh, you can see that. Take the take that right out. Most of it. There we go. Make sure the towel fits in there. There we go. Then we got some of the smaller ones here on the bottom. Nice little pile of supports here. Let's see, here are the arms. Come off nice. These pieces are already out. I've got some pieces down here. Some of the supports, I tried to leave them all on so I could do it in the video, but they, some of them came off on the build plate. There we go. One arm. Now in the instructions, they put Mario, his face is beige. I went with a Sunlu Skin PLA. I've done some other things in skin, and I like it. It's just very creepy looking because it's printed upside down with the supports. So my son says it's very creepy looking like that. I think it would be creepy looking even if it was just beige, but I think the skin makes it creepier. And then on the bottom here, pretty much of every part there's numbers, like E1, over here, D, D1. So it's super easy to figure out where everything goes. Here's the hat. Again, make sure that the little bits of support that the dowels fit. And some stuff down here on the bottom. So what's your favorite Mario character? I know everybody loves Mario, but what's your favorite guy? Like if you were to play, let's say, Mario Kart, who's your go-to person? I like either Wario or Luigi. Oh, nice. The other side. Nice. We got that in there. This is my first file I've bought from Titan3D. I did get their free, I think it's called like the Titan Destroyer or something like that. I haven't built it yet, but it was free on their website a little while ago when they released that. On there. It's interesting with the supports like that because they're all the same setting. This was they recommended 3 walls and 4% infilling. Everything except for the support brackets. These are 2 walls and I think 25%. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got some stubborn support in there in the eyes. Move that out. There we go. These Bambu tools, man, they come in handy for smoothing areas out like that. Let's see, a little support material right there. Get that out. Come on. There we go. Looks like you got a little bit left in the eyebrow. And the cleaner we make this now, the easier it'll be to get all of this in the pieces. Now they do suggest to use glue. This isn't like a no glue file. There are some out there like the Ken Kiln, but I even find with some of their stuff it's a little loose and I still have to use glue for a couple of the pieces, not a lot. This is like a awkward spot when you're left-handed. There we go. For the most part, that's good. Some pieces right here on the back. Ow. Look at that. They just pop right out like that. That's nice. Most of this stuff will be behind the hair. Just making sure it's clean. Alright. And I think that is everything on the head. Little pile of supports is getting bigger here. Last thing to do is the base here. Pop right out. There we got these. There we go. Clean that up. All right. That is it for supports. This all in the trash. All right. All right, so we're going to be doing glue and excuse me, activator. We're going to be doing super glue. We got this instant adhesive and activator, and we're going to be going through the instructions as you can see right here. So the first thing is to glue the feet to the blue thing. So we got F and G, and on here we have F, which goes to this side, and G, which goes to this side. And I think what I'm going to do is, let's see here. I think I'm going to glue the feet. Glue the base of the feet. And then spray this with the activator. So let's put some glue on here. Put some glue on here. Glue there. Okay. And I'm going to spray in the hole. Backwards. Okay. So G and G, and then F. There we go. Hold that down. Let that set up. We can spray a little activator on the outside. All right. So there's his feet and his legs. All right, let's see what's next here. Alright, so the next part, as you can see here, is the upper body. I'm going to put this on the floor. So we need this. We need the two buttons. We need these two things. And these two things. So this doesn't have any support material, but it does take glue. So I think, let's see. Let's glue the back first, which is this. Do a dry fit. Okay. So that's going to fit just like that. Oh, I missed a spot. There we go. So yeah, so that's going to go just like that. So let's put a little glue on here, there, some there, and then we'll glue my hair. And then we'll be able to spray this. Alright. So that's on there. Actually, let's hold that. That will activate. Alright, so the next piece is going to be the front, which is this piece right here. That's going to go like that. Okay, let's add some glue. I guess my camera view isn't the best. I gotta remember to put my arms forward so you can see what I'm doing. Some glue in there, glue in there. All right. Spray. Activator in there. Alright. It's fine. Looks good. Alright, and now the next step. I'm going to zoom this in for you guys. There we go. The next step is to do the shoulder straps. And you got C4 and C3. So C3 is over here. and C4 is this one. And so they just kind of fit right in there. So we're going to glue this up. Put a little glue right here. Get that all lined up. Spray that. And now we can do the same on the other side. Go. Push that down and spray that. All right, look at that. Do have a couple of little wisps. Let's get those off of here. All right, and now it's time for the gold buttons. I think those were supposed to go in before the straps. Let's see here. See if we can there we go. There's that side. We got that side. Let's see if we can get this side. Side where it wants to go. This is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to hit it with a hammer, which, you know, 3D print hammer. There we go. All right, no harm, no foul. Now this one is not glued in, but that one is. So now we will put glue in there. And hopefully this one will just go right back in. Maybe. You were just in there. There we go. Nothing, a little manipulation won't help. So there you go. So there's that. All right. Next. All right, we can put this down here because now we're going to do the face. All right, so we need the face, we need the eyebrows, and the mustache. We don't need the hair just yet. We need the nose, the eyes, we need 3 of these. Right. Okay. So the first part you can see here is to put the eyes together. Okay, so we need, this is B9, and that says B9. So we're just going to dry fit things right there, okay? And then B11, B11. Right there. And then, nope. Nope. Okay, I think it's upside down. Well. Come on. There we go. There we go. It was upside down. Alright, so those are the eyes. So we need to glue these in stages. I'm going to glue these outside of the head and then just glue this inside the head after. So do that. And then that could come out. And I glue this. And for this, little dab of do ya. Oh, nope. There we go. All right, so there's one eye. And then I'll do this one. That in there. Take this part out. in. Put a little dab of glue. And bada bing. Bob's your uncle. There you go. It says D7. What's going on here? B8. There we go. Maybe those don't need glue. Oh, I guess they do. All right. B8. B8. There you go. One-eyed Mario. And this one is B7. There we go. I'm a real boy. All right. And next is the mustache. And it goes like this. Go in the mouth there. Yep. And then we got to take one of these. We put one of those there. And then one there. And then together. Alright, so get a little glue. There's some in there. Put that there. Let's put the brick in. Set that. What we'll do is we'll put glue on this. Glue on that. There we go. And we can spray this with the activator. That'll start that bond a little quicker. All right. Sorry, and a piece of support on the ground that was bothering me. All right. So we got that there. And then this guy's going in. I guess we could put the eyebrows in. It looks like that. It's like pretty sure that the big end is this way. I think there's a little nub done in there. little something left over. Yeah, this is a long video. Yeah, it's definitely deeper on that side, so yeah. I'll have to put a little glue down in there. Put some glue in there. I guess they stick out a little bit. Get those big bushy eyebrows, huh? Because I could see the channel. Those are, oh, there came an eyeball. That's not good. Let's see, we get the hammer back out. We can use a towel to kind of just make sure it's seated all the way. Forced manipulation. All right. And then we got the nose. We got a little actually let me get a X-Acto knife. See if I can't. There we go, straight up. Ladder. You fit now? There's his nose. I think we got to put the mustache on with the nose. Oh, okay. We got to put 2 of these things in here. I'd forgotten that step. It's good to see. There we go. Make sure I'm getting some glue in there. There we go. Let's see. So if I put the nose on, can I put the stash on around the nose? No. If I put the stash on, can I put the nose in? I think so. It looked like these were lining up. Now it's separating. There we go. Which way does this go? I guess just like that, huh? There we go. Hey, look at that. I'm looking like a Mario. That's not coming out of there. All right. At the face. All right, so now we need the face, the back of the head, the hair, the eyebrows, 4 of these, 1 dowel, and the ears. All right. All right, so it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like we take the hair and we put 2 dowels, 2 of those short ones, 1 of those, and then that connects scrape this a little bit. There we go. And that goes in there. Like that. Okay. Alright, so let's glue these. Drop in there. Drop in there. Drop in there. There, there, there. All right. And then we can put some here, some here, here, here. Glue it all up. Ooh, but first, good thing I saw that. We have to do this piece. This piece goes right there. So that's what the other 2 are for. And glue, glue. So it's in there, glue, and glue. There we go. All right, so that's the back of the head. And then the hair sits on that. Like that. And I can spray. And then it looks like we've got hair. Which goes there. And then that's a B3. And then the ear goes like that. All right. So that's B5. And B3. There we go. We got hair and ears. Let's do it. Same thing on the other side. Put on the glue. Do the sideburn. All right. And then the ear. And there we go. There is, hold the ears down. Hold his ears. Right. Now we can do the hat. Oh, that's hot in there. Not hot, but warm. The glue is working. All right. So for the hat, we need the hat, the back of the hat, the Mario logo, that logo, and we need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. All right. So I think the first thing we do is the hat, of course. Get in there. Boom. Mario. And then we can glue that to the front of the hat. Let's do a little activator on the back. And pop it in. Nice. Okay. Now, on this part, we put in 3. Three of these. Push them down all the way. All right. And then that is going to connect to that. So now we just need to put some glue on here. Glue on these. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the back of this. And then, there you go. That. All right. There's that. All right, so next is the hat to the head. So we need the hat, the head. We need 2 of these and 2 of these. So let's make sure all of these fit. So should we do the hat to the head or the head to the hat? I think we will glue up on here. So I think we will put glue in there. Glue on here. Put that in. Get the glue adhered, spread around. Put that there. Put that there. Glue in. Spread it around. And then we will take these. Pop those in. Push those down. Make sure they're nice and flat. And then on here, I think what we'll do is we'll glue. Well, I think we'll glue on here. Get glue on here, and then let's spray this. Then what we could do is we can marry the two. I don't know why I picked this one up. Okay, get these 2 lined up. There we go. All right. It's heavy for only being 4% each piece. All right. I like it. It's Mario. And then next, we need 2 arms, 2 hands, 6 connectors, 3 per hand. All right. Getting this off just a little bit. Go. All right. So for this one, it's pretty simple. D1, E1, D1. Okay. So I'm gonna take this, put some glue on it, shove it down in. Next one, glue. Lots so it flows over. In. So now we got two. Third one. Glue. There you go. And just leave that right there. We'll do the next one. Pop that one in. Third one. Set that one down. All right. So this is D1. This is D1. And we want it like that. Okay, go back in there. There we go. You can spray it. Hold it for press it. Hold it, press it. All right. Let's go to the other one. Those are all not glued in there. And then let's spray this side. See if that works better. Yeah, that definitely worked better. They're still glued. All right, so we got that. All right, so now we need, let's move these over. Let's clean the super glue real quick. All right. All right, so we need this, and we need this. We need two of these and two of these. So I'm going to get the arms and then the head, and we're done. We're almost done with this. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue to here, glue these in, Okay. All right, let's get this one in. There we go. Yep. All right. And glue these in. Back with a little blunt manipulation. Okay. And now for this, I think I'm just going to spray this and just glue the crap out of these around the edge so it kind of falls over the edge. Make sure that those are straight. And then I'm going to spray this, especially in the holes. So that way, ow, just bang my knee. There we go. Push it down like that. So it looks pretty good. Ow, my knee. All right. So for the arms, we need 2 more of those and 4 of those. Let's take this out too. We're gonna need it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 2. All right, and then D and E. So we'll start with E, which is this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this side and spray this side. You can see. Get this guy in there. He's going at an angle. Want to get glue on me. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other side as well. So that way it can dry while I'm putting one on. Let's get a good bit on there. Go back and forth so it spreads the glue. push that up in there. All right, last little connector block for the arms. All right. So E and E. So this is going to go like this. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this, of course this, all around this area. And then I'm going to spray. Okay. And E and E, make sure. And here we go. There we go. That's one arm. Right, and I just need to do the exact same thing on this side. Put you up here so you can see. Glue. Get glue all over. Spray on the inside. There we go. There's Mario's body and arms. Which is great because it just means that we have one last task left. One more step. These and this. Let's move you here. You just punched yourself in the head. Let's see here. All right. Okay. So I think we're going to do pretty much the same thing we just did. And we're going to go from here and then onto here. So we're going to glue this in. Okay, that fits good. It's good. It's good. Let's make sure it fits good on this one, guy. Okay. Good. Okay, there's the wire to fit. Okay. It's not tight. There we go. All right. So now it's time to marry the body. So we're going to make this guy up a little bit. Again, we're going to glue this. Get glue all over it. Push it down in. Spread it. Okay. There we go. And then glue this guy. Right there. And then this one goes right there. I'm gonna stand up for this. All right, so we're gonna glue this, get it to roll off the edge. All right, we're gonna take the head, we're gonna spray the head. And then Turn this a little sideways so I can see. Oh, really close to the camera. I'm sorry about that. There we go. Sorry about that, camera. Got rotated. But there it is. I'm gonna take you out. There he is. Thanks for watching.